Hello everybody and welcome to my studio. My name is Lonna and I just want to say welcome. If you are new to my YouTube channel, right here you can learn how to do all kinds of art with acrylic paints. I even throw in some mixed media projects along the way. But this is a fun place where you can learn how to use acrylic paints in the ease of your home and have fun doing it. You guys, I love to paint. I love to teach you to paint, and I hope my videos will encourage you to pick up a paintbrush, grab some paints, and just be creative. So today we're going to be painting this fun little guy that I have titled This Little Piggy. Now he is different from me. I am not an animal painter by any means, but I had a lot of fun with this guy and just kind of let him be playful and whimsical. I'm going to show you how to do a blurred out background with this, and I think he's going to just amaze you how quick he comes together. I'm going to be using Deco Art Americana acrylic paints on this project. It's going to be fun, so let's grab our paints and supplies and let's get painting. Alright, this is my pig design here. I'm going to work on the background here. And, okay, so I've just drawn a line up from the bottom. Looks like it's about 2.5 to close to 3 inches. I'd say it's pretty close to 3 inches. I'm going to paint the top. We're just going to make a very decolored background up here at the top. And actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and put my pig line drawing in here. I think I want to go around my pig a little bit. So I'm going to put him on here, line him up with that board, and then transfer him on real quick. My board is painted white. He's got a fat little pig face. We're going to put his snout on here. He's going to have some kind of lip thing. And then his eyes. We'll even out his eyes as we paint him in. Alright, basic kind of pig shape there. I'll set that aside. And now we're going to work on the background. So I want some varied colors in my background. So I'm going to try and work around my pig. It's not a very big background. I want it to be almost like a distant barn back there. Just some kind of bit of moisture here. My brush is dried out since I was got Williamsburg blue, black, white, raw sienna, and bright salmon. I could go with the vintage pink maybe and put that on here. Don't worry about getting it in your pig because we got some colors that'll be going on with him. So this is going to be like a blurred out background. We're not going to see, it's not going to have like any kind of retrospect. It's just going to be a blurry little background. And I'm not going to rinse my brush in between colors, but I may occasionally wipe off to get maybe the previous color a little bit off of my brush. And this color is not mixed very well, but We'll put some of this in here. And it'll take us a minute to cover this background. Okay, I'm gonna get some black and maybe add some white to it and make a mid-gray value. I'll make sure there's no area left around the pig that isn't painted. So go ahead and make sure that gets filled in. I'm going to wipe off. I'm going to go back into my blue and white, I think. Just a touch of white. Could go straight blue because it's a good enough blue that I think just leaving it the color that it is would be okay. This will all fade into the background. I know right now it just seems overwhelming, but that's because this is all we've got. This is the only color we've got on the project so far. Okay, I want to put some white in here as well. So at this point I will wash my brush so I can grab some just white and get that excess moisture out of my brush and get some white. I'm just going to work our way around this canvas, or surface. This is actually not a canvas, this is just a surface. I'm going to go a little bit more into my raw burnt sienna. You could certainly use some raw sienna in here. Some of these will be little strokes, some of them will be bigger. So we're getting a really cool background in here. A little bit of black in my brush. And we'll add some darker stuff in here. Wipe out that color, and I want a little bit more of that pink, so I might mix the two pinks, and we'll put a little bit of this in here. A little bit of white in my brush. It's going to mix a little bit with that pink. It's going to be a blurred out background when we're done. You can certainly splatter this if you want. Key is to not have too much paint on your brush and to do a more dry brushing kind of technique. And don't let it get too much going on. Alright, I think that looks pretty good for our background. Pretty messy background. We did use quite a few colors, but not a whole lot of each one. So that looks pretty darn good to me. Let's paint our fence in down here. I think I'm just going to base it in with some pebble. Good wood color to start with. We'll go around our pig here. Doesn't matter how choppy it is. Got some other stuff we're going to be putting on here, so. I'm just using a large flat brush here. Mine is a size 20, so a 3/4 inch flat or a 12 flat, either one of those will work just fine. Okay, so there's our base coat of, what did I use? Pebble is the color that I used to start this wood out. Okay, I still got the pebble on my brush. I'm going to corner into raw umber on my brush, and we're just going to streak some wood grain through this. Don't worry about getting it on your pig. Dirty brushing it. Chisel edging it. You can go to a smaller brush if you would like to do this, a flat brush, angle brush, whatever kind of brush that you like to do. Put a little bit more choppiness here at the edge. And at this edge. Okay, I'm looking pretty good there. I'm just going to wipe the brush, and we're going to pick up a tiny little bit of black on our brush. So just a little corner into that. I think I might blend it with my raw umber. It'll make kind of a brown-black color. So we'll blend it with our raw umber. And we're going to put some of this in here. Definitely want it on the edges a little bit. mix a little bit of black with some raw umber. Okay, I'm going to rinse my brush at this point because I want to put some white in here for some highlights. Corner load it on my brush. I can use that water edge of my brush to smooth it out. I'm still just using this larger flat brush. Try to keep everything going horizontally. Just tap a little bit in there and then take the water edge and pull it and smooth it out. Give you some fun little highlights on here. And we can always come back and do more once we get more done on the painting. So don't overdo it. Thin that one out a little bit. I might remove it all together. I feel like there's a little bit too much right there. Okay, just a little bit, just kind of dragging it on there. And we just want to keep it horizontal. That's the key thing here. Okay, I think what I'm going to do at this point is maybe wash over this with some raw umber. Let me create a wash of that. It's going to be pretty sheer because I don't want this to completely take over. But we do want a little bit more brown on there. Okay, I think that helped that a lot. I'm going to erase the lines that go through the legs here. Okay, so if you can't see your lines that you drew on here, you want to let this dry and put them back on. I can see all of my lines, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm first going to paint in the eye, I think. And what do you say we give our pig maybe blue eyes? First we'll paint the area in white. And I'll try to make it a nice circle in here because I did not draw a very nice circle at all, or a nice shaped eye. So I'll paint that in with white. Okay, I'm going to grab a, I'd like to have a chisel brush here. We're going to paint his snout and the inside of his ears. So I'm going to take the vintage pink and some white. And we'll start out with this color. Just an equal mix of vintage pink and Snow White. Nice shape to your snout. We'll go ahead and paint his lip, I think, this color. I'm going to add a little bit more white and paint the inside of the ears. And we're also going to paint the feet. Just bring it up onto the legs. We'll cover that up with some of the other colors we put on here. Pull that up on there. Okay, actually I'm going to go back to that mix that we put in the ears, that 2 white and 1 of the pink like we put in here. And I'm going to put some of this above the snout up here, right through here, and a little bit over here on each side. Okay, these are looking super cute. I don't think I can erase this line here. I've painted over it. I really would like to take that down, but it's not going to happen. So let's get some more white on that. I should have went to my round brush here. That brush is way too big. I'm going to come in here and draw a better circle. The circle does not look good. Alright, let's put some white out here in the area where we actually drew the eye on, and mine's going to go up here. And that eye might take a little work. We'll just fill in everything out here, make it white. Actually, we might go with a little touch of gray blue. So we'll mix white with the tiny, 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 tiny little bit of black and a tiny little bit of blue. Just kind of dirty up that color a little bit. And we'll put this in the white of the eye. Make it not perfectly white, just slightly a gray value in there. Alright, that's some first layers. Let's put some second layers on here. Get some more vintage pink out. Somewhere where I don't have a pile of water. 1-to-1 mix on the snout and the lip. And then 2 white, 2 1 pink, 1 vintage pink, 2 snow white. I'll just pull that in a little bit into the head there. color goes on the feet as well. And up above and around the nose, the snout. So that's looking pretty good for starting our pig. Okay, pig's eyes are generally kind of dark, so we're going to mix that brown and black together, the raw umber and black, and we're going to paint our pig's eye in with this color. So I was going to originally paint it blue, but I decided to just keep it the color it needs to be, so undercoating it with white was not necessary. Raw umber and black makes a really dark brown. Should probably get my easel out. Put this up on my easel, it might be a little bit easier. Okay, that eye is way bigger than this eye. I like the shape of this eye here better. So, I'm going to take my white paint and try and take that down a little bit. Get them close to the same size. That's pretty close. Okay. I'll try not to let them grow. I definitely want to get those dry and apply a second coat on there. Let's go to the nostrils here. I'm gonna draw like a, I don't know, it's almost like a bean, kidney bean shape here. And just mostly fill it in. It doesn't have to be all the way filled in. It's good if they kind of are the same direction. Not like mine where they're going two different ways. Or they're two different sizes. This side needs to be a little longer. Okay, those are just way too big. Well, that looks a little bit better. We'll come up and we'll fix all that when we add more colors and values and things like that in there. I think I'll add a little bit lighter color in here so I can put some darker values in the eye. So what I did was I took my mix and put just a touch of white in the mix. Just a touch. Blend it in there. Made a little bit lighter color so I could add some shading onto those eyes. Okay, around the eye here, let's put just a small amount of black. Give that pig a black eye. We'll add a little bit of white into our mix and maybe put gray around this one. This is very messy and choppy, and yeah, I'm not going for perfection at this point. We just need some color around the pig's eyes. Put a little bit of this down here. Too much moisture in my brush there. Some places around our pig. Maybe this is where we're going to put some darker fur stuff. So these are just black spots around putting on our pig. No need to worry about really how they look at this point. A little bit of black on the feet there. I think I'll take the edge of this brush, if I can, and line the lower part of the ear. We're not even close to being done with the ears, but we can at least get a boundary set for ourselves just by outlining that part of the ear. He's looking pretty cute. Okay, let's work on the ear a little bit. Grab an angle brush, and we want to put some darker inside the ear, so we're going to go with that what is this, bright salmon. I'm going to mix a little bit of burnt sienna in with it, combination of the two, and we're going to put some of this inside the ear right through here. Just very loosely kind of scrub it up, dub that in. This is where we're going to be having some little hairs kind of coming into the ear. So we want a little darkness to kind of prop that up. And we can put a little bit at the bottom of the ear. We're going to put some of this on the end of the feet. This is about an equal mix here. It's not okay. I'm going to put some on the lower part of the snout. Salmon and the raw sienna. about that along the bottom. We'll put a little bit on the lip. You don't have to cover the entire lip. We're going to take the chisel edge and create some lines at the top up here of the snout. Okay, those are really crooked, so let me take those off and try that again. I think I'll go with my round brush. Do it with my round brush. And they get shorter as they go up. Kind of like that. And then we can have a few over on the side. These might get covered up a little bit. Alright, back to my angle brush here. And I'm going to take that mix and go behind the snout here. Just ever so lightly. I don't know why I keep washing that color out, because I keep finding places that I want to put it. I'm going to put some over on the side over here and over here. Get some of that moisture out of my brush. And a little bit through here. There. I might add a few little pink spots on the skin here and there just by dabbing some of this color. Okay, take my round brush and I'm going to take that vintage pink and mix some white with it and lighten it up. See if this is going to be a light enough color to put in here. Nope, more white. So we want white with just a little bit of pink in it. And we're going to put this through here. Try to, anyway. Darker color. Okay, we're going to highlight on the top of the snout. I still need to fix those nostrils there a little bit. So with that light color, it's mostly pink, mostly white with a little bit of pink across the snout here. I want to put a little bit of, I think, blue on the snout. Just a little touch. I think we need the dark mix. The burnt sienna and the pink, which is vintage pink. Actually, I think it was supposed to be the other pink. Through there. So it should be that salmon, that bright salmon. Get that brighter color in there. Go back over the ears a little bit, kind of smooth it out so it's not quite so choppy. Go over the feet again. I need to erase that line that's going through his chin here. Going to help him quite a bit. Okay, let's see about finishing his snout a little bit better. I think actually a pig's nostrils are more of a circle. So we'll just make these more of a circle. And then I'm going to put a little bit of darkness around them. That mix I had on my brush, just wiped off the excess. And if you need water, grab water. Okay, I'm gonna have to dry those real quick, I think. Touch up around this one. I really got that shape really bad. Okay, I think we'll put a little bit of the raw umber in here. This is just raw umber here. Now I've got a little tiny bit of the salmon color on my brush. Just dirty brush right into it. Working that in and around the nostrils. Getting a nice color there. I'm going to work on the filling the nostrils in again in just a minute. But we just kind of want to blend this around. and the nostrils. That brown black. And then we're going to highlight that white with a little bit of pink around the nostril. A little bit down here for some, maybe the nose is a little wet. I want this up at the top. Okay, and that's not bright white, so put some down here. Maybe that lip is just a little bit wet. Clean my brush, and I want to get just white. And put that at the very top up here. Okay, just some little dabs. I'm going to put a little bit up through here for a little bit of highlight through here. And white, you know, you got to repeat white. It just doesn't stand on top like it should. Just some little highlight shines right there. That's all we're doing. Making it look like it's a little bit shiny nose. Okay, just little dots of white. Alright, let's add some highlights in his eyes. And we're just going to, I think, just kind of blur out a little highlight here. Grab some of that burnt raw umber and black. And just kind of blur that into the eye. I'll do this one over here, right to there, and I'll go grab the black and the raw umber and wipe most of that off because we're just going to gently buff that over the white out into the eye. So we got a little highlight started there, which makes it fun. And then we'll just go in with a bright little highlight. Make this dot a little bit bigger. Okay, so whatever you do to one eye, you do to the other exactly the same. So as it's as if this eye is sitting over here. So okay, I think he's looking pretty darn cute, I must say. shape around his eye here. Gosh, he's looking so cute. So cute. Okay. We're going to start adding some little fur onto him. I'm going to finish off his feet after we get his fur on him, I think. Okay, get the camera back on. I'm using a Mezzaluna brush, large size, and we're going to add some hairs onto our little piggy guy. So I'm going to go in here where I've got all these darker areas and start adding some little hairs. You can use a round brush to do this, a rake brush. I think I'm going to like the texture that this is going to give. So we just want to make sure our brush is loaded good. And then we just barely tickle that across. Just using black here. We'll just be going back and forth with black and white. Fresh black out. I think fresh paint's going to be our best bet here. I'm working on some old paint that's kind of dried up. We'll probably come back and redo that part right there. I'm going around the eye here. Just a little bit here. We'll make that side mostly white, but this side can be more black. Just some little hairs coming off the edge of the ear here, so we're just going to very gently kind of scoot some of that around there. We'll make him a half black, half white. Oh, got some fine hairs coming in there. can add some gray layer in here if you want. So wipe out and get a little bit of white. And we'll add some gray in through here. Just taking my brush, I clean most of the black of it out and mix some white in with it, so we're getting some more gray values, light gray values in here now. Working my way around with white, which is blending with that black that's still in my brush. Creating a gray layer. I come back in and put some more black in that area because it's going to need it. It's turning out super cute. Stay off of the snout there. Well, he's coming together. Really cute. Need some more black up here. Tiny bit up here. Alright, let's try and get some more lighter colors in here. Definitely have to add white on top of this. Wash this brush out because I really need just white. So I think I'll get a second one of these brushes. I really need one that I can just use with white. Okay. Now white seems awful wet. Awful something. New place for it. See if that will help. This is a little bit bigger brush, so I'm not sure how good it's gonna do the job. Guys, looking so cute. He's a fuzzy little pig. Okay, right down here we need some. Might have to come with a round brush here and add a few. Go back to my other brush because there's a couple places I want to put some black. Okay, he's looking super cute. I think I'm going to use my round liner to put some finer hairs in here. I think overall he's looking pretty darn cute. With this brush up on the ear. Probably should have had my easel out for you guys, because who knows if I even had this on camera any at all. Okay. Alright, so let's take my round brush and we're going to thin some of our white. Whoa! Do not overload your brush, and we're going to pull some thinned white strokes in the ear here. Pull these up into the ear because over here I might do some black ones. Those up there. Put a few black ones over here. come back with our white ones on this side. Okay, wherever you feel like you want to have some more detailed strokes, like I feel like down here, I want it to be a little bit more strokey. Maybe a little bit along the top of the ear. Just kind of look around it and see where you want to add a few more little strokes. Like I feel like right here above the snout we could have a few more. Oops. More down this way. Okay, just take your detail liner and do some. Well, this actually isn't a detail, it's a 2 round, but just stay up on the tip and just work some of that. Around the eyes. Just create a cute little piggy. Okay, we got to do something about his lip. That needs to be textured in there a little bit more. That's pretty bold. And a little bit more pink in there. Take that black down just a scoochy scooch. That's way too much moisture. Touch up my lip here because I've got it really cattywampus here. And I think actually I'll just try and float a little shadow underneath there. Got that float a little wide, so we're just going to take that baby down. Alright, I think we need to finish off the feet. Cover up this graphite line here, if I can. Pretty bright line there. I think he's a super cute pig. Super, super cute. I think we need to highlight in his ear. Inside the ear, we're going to add that little bit of white and vintage pink mix. Kind of scumble that in there. Looks like I had some black in my brush. Still from my float there. So let me try that again. White and a little bit of pink. Just a tiny little highlight on the feet here. That was the vintage pink and white. I'll just come back with a little bit of white. Just a dabbing thing, okay? Dabbing a little white. Alright, let's put a little shadow underneath him on the fence because I feel like he needs a little shadow. That black-brown mix. I think my color might have been a little bit too thin. Shade along the bottom. Might have to do that with a bigger brush. shadow back here. This is a soft float of black. Trying to think if I want to put some flowers coming up along the bottom here. I think I want to put more blue in the background actually. So I think I'm going to take my brush and get some blue. Blue in the background. That looks a little bit better with that blue on there. That. He looks pretty cute. I want to float black around the bottom. I'm still trying to determine if I want to put some flowers coming up or not. Some grass. I guess grass is not really flowers. Okay. I'm just going to tap that with my baby wipe, using it like a mop brush. Going to soften that in there, and it's going to remove a little bit. Alright, maybe we need to make that board that he's leaning on thicker. I think that would help a lot. So we'll take our black and brown mix and we'll thicken this board here. And we can put a little highlight below that. Some white. And a little tiny line of white back here. My dark color's still pretty wet, so I have to float back along that, I think. Little edge back there could have been a lighter color instead of a darker one. So mix a little brown and burnt sienna. I think I had a tiny bit of white in there. Just go mostly burnt sienna. With my white here. And that thickens that board up a little bit. That looks better. We don't really need to thicken it here because we can't see it around the pig. And then I see a few more places I need some white. Maybe a few. Ooh, okay, that was incredibly a lot of paint. Here. I think I might put a few black ones around this one. Form this eye a little bit more. Where you just want to add your little details in here. Okay, I think it's looking pretty cute. You could put a little bouquet of flowers around his head. Lots of things that you could still do with this guy. Just going in with some fine hairs here and there. Kind of defining him out just a little bit. I really think he's turning out super, super cute. Good thing is we're only using a few colors here, so you can go back and easily touch up anything that you don't like or you need to enhance a little bit more. Didn't like that, so let's get with a couple of white ones out here. I think that will look much better. Alright. So if you want to make him a spring pig, we can add some little flowers and grasses down at the bottom. I think that would be super cute to see just maybe some grasses or some straw sticking up down here. Okay, I'm adding some straw stuff down here at the bottom. Not sure I'm going to like this at all. I'm thinking I'll have to tap along the bottom to make this look all finished off down here. And then we're pulling some straw pieces. Down at the bottom here. I'm just using antique gold and moon yellow and a little bit of white. And just pulling some straw up through the bottom. I think that looks pretty good. I like that. So we're just going to continue on, and I will shade along the bottom. Okay, that's a really thick piece of straw. Why not? I'm just going to tap along here and then take my finger and kind of blur that out. I'll come back and pull some straw pieces. If you don't like how his hand turned out, this is a good opportunity to put a piece of straw right over it. I'm just picking up colors at random. I'll come back with a little bit of white mixed in at the end to pull some a little bit brighter colors in here. Just got to be loose with your brush and let the tip just kind of go where it wants to go. And don't be afraid to just cross over, and you know how straw looks. It looks crazy and different. Add a little white in there every now and then, get some lighter color. Tap along here, and then use my finger to tap that out. I'll come back with some lighter strokes, and we'll definitely shade down there, so don't stress out about how the bottom looks. Grab some white and mix that in. And come in here and pull some a little bit lighter ones in here. Okay, I think everything's looking pretty good. I like my straw, it's looking very strawy. Okay, that is looking super, super good. My straw looks very nice. I'm going to shade along the bottom, and it might do all the way around the entire piece. I think that might help it look a little bit better, and I'm going to use that raw umber Find a spot to blend it. I might mix a tiny little bit of black in there, just to slightly darken it. Make sure everything's dry. Too much paint right there. All right, let's go around the top edge out here. We might use a little bit more black in the mix here. Okay, I think he looks pretty darn cute. Super cute barn pig. I don't know what I'm going to call him. Barn pig. I don't know. He's just a cutie. My cute little pig. I think that straw down at the bottom really made it to look more barny. More like that's a blurred out barn, side of the barn back there. I think that looks really good. I love it. All right, you guys, I hope that you have enjoyed this one, and give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe, you guys. Please like and share and comment. I hope you're going to paint this cute little pig. He is such a cutie. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.